Those who have ears to hear, let them listen. So this is for anybody who feels like they're taking one step forward and one step back, and they're just struggling with what they're trying to accomplish. They're struggling with their spiritual walk. And something great advice that one of my friends one time told me was that spiritual growth is not pretty, right? It's not instantaneous. Nothing in our life is ever. And so why should we expect God to be instantaneous as well? But that's a different topic, right? When we're trying to get better in one certain area, when we're trying to improve, right? It's not always going to be instant. There's going to be times of relapse. There's going to be times of taking one step forward and one step back. That's okay. That's okay. But don't let the devil deceive you into thinking that you're not making any sort of growth at all. He wants you to be thinking that because he doesn't want you to be making the growth in the first place. So if you believe that you're not making any growth, then you can just go back to whatever you're doing beforehand, right? But making growth is good as long as you keep getting up, as long as you keep trying one day at a time. Because guess what? Your future self will thank you. And as long as you're trying, as long as your heart's in the right spot, God is proud of you. And he's urging you and wanting you to keep going. Okay. And if you're like doing this in order to prove something to somebody, you know what I mean? Like there's always a reason why we realize that maybe this thing that we're doing is not right. Maybe this thing that we're doing in life, there's a reason why we always want to improve. It hardly starts from just wanting to get close to God. We need a motive, right? You gotta take a look at yourself because that motive's not always gonna stay there, right? And it's not always gonna be right a lot of the times. And so you really gotta look at why are you pursuing God? Why are you doing what you're doing, right? And good things come from following God. He wants to give you blessings. He wants to do all these great things for you, right? But if you're just following God so that for people, or if you're just following God for one specific reason, just to get this one thing out of it, chances are that's not going to happen because God's just like, you're missing the point, bro. Like, come on. It's about following him. It's about falling in love with the person of Jesus. Okay, and he wants you to realize that. And so you need to surrender your full self and surrender it all. If you don't know what that means, it's surrendering is just trusting in God's timing and trusting that God knows what's best in every situation for everything. He made your entire past. He knows your future and what he wants from you. Like the idea, like the full potential Ninjago. You know what I mean? That's probably